afternoon. Thank you so very much, Bruce, for the opportunity to be here with so many women and men on this momentous celebration. Thank you. It is great to be here today. Let's give it up one more time for Judy and the Montana Women's Chorus. Men and brothers, dare you do it. There were indeed, though, many fathers and brothers and sons who would stand with our fellow ladies in advocacy of the right of suffrage. And I have no doubt that had my boss, my friend, our governor, Steve Bullock, been a part of Montana back then, he would have indeed ran for us, stood for us, and stuck out his neck for us. My governor, our governor, Steve Bullock. We caught women's suffrage, and today's conversation is about keeping that dream alive for these little gals up here, Kara, Morgan, and Bryn. Today's conversation is all about keeping that dream alive for you young ladies. It is indeed a wonderful opportunity to be here with each of you. My sincere thanks to Secretary of State Linda McCulloch for your efforts and conversation today and for being a part of leading by example for our future every single day. And though she is not here today, I give my sincere thanks and appreciation to Governor Judy Martz, who served as Montana's first woman lieutenant governor and paved the way for me and other women who will follow in this post. I have a poster on my office wall that reminds me every day that in 1914, Montana women won the right to vote 6 years before the passage of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Montana women always lead the way. As Montana's 31st Lieutenant Governor, I signed on close to 9 months ago to work with Governor Bullock, who works tirelessly every single day to honor the pioneering spirit of Montana's women and men who would fight for suffrage and would win suffrage a century ago. As a woman and as a mom to my Ellen, I could not be more proud to work with a governor who is leading the conversation around equal pay for equal work for every woman across the Big Sky State. Montana's leadership and pioneering spirit is documented well in the history books of our great state and our great nation. But the conversation about equality must continue, and I stand here knowing that as history is made, that Governor Bullock will be remembered as a champion of Montana women and will be remembered as a champion of equality in all opportunities for our daughters, our sisters, our mothers, and our friends. Last year, Governor Bullock commissioned Montana's first ever Equal Pay Task Force to consider aggressive measures to ensure that every Montana woman receives an equal day's pay for an equal day's work. Additionally, I could not be more proud that since taking office, Governor Bullock has increased the number of women serving on Montana's boards, councils, and commissions. Before the governor took office, women made up less than 40% of Montana's board memberships. And while we are proud to have increased the number of women serving by over 70 positions so far, there is still far more work to do, and we are committed to making sure that work gets done. Getting it done in Montana has been a pattern of Montana women. Women like Jeanette Rankin, like Eloise Cobell, like Linda McCulloch, Monica Lendine, Denise Juneau, and so many others. The conversation looks a little different today than it did a century ago, but the fight for equality is not yet over. As I consider that I am just off a whirlwind weekend where I spent 2 days and traveled hundreds of miles to encourage Montanans to get out the vote, I am reminded that it is not enough for women and all citizens to have the right to vote. We must exercise that right to vote, ladies and gentlemen. And when we do, we send a powerful signal across our communities, across our state, and across our great nation that our voices matter, that our vote matters, and that our voices will be heard at the ballot box. As we celebrate 100 years of women's suffrage in Montana, the conversation has shifted from earning the right to vote to exercising that right. The conversation has shifted from wanting a voice in government to expecting one. The conversation has shifted from being a conversation about what is right for women to a conversation about what is right for Montana and what is right for Montana's families. I thank the good Lord every day for the opportunity to work for you as your Lieutenant Governor, and feel so very blessed to stand here with so many strong women and men who will run for what is right, stand for what is right, and will stick out your necks for what is right now and well into the future. Thank you so very much for this opportunity to join each of you this afternoon.